Yes, good morning. All right. So yesterday I gave you one homework about RX, two homeworks. One was biology versus alkylamine, and the second one was MGL versus IGL. Correct. If I can directly ask you, out of MGL and IGL, which one do you feel is better? MGL. How many of you feel MGL is better? Can you raise your hands? Oh, still there is a question mark, or others have not done the homework. How many of you feel IGL is better? I mean, others have not done the homework, then it's okay. I thought we are learning the same ratios. Interpretation is straight. Still, how can maybe 60% saying yes for MGL? Well, okay. So others, ठीक है, होता है ये सारे क्लास में होता है. Recording चालू कर ले. Yes, okay. What about biology amines and alkylamines? Alkylamines, इसमें मुझे वॉल्यूम और कम लग रहा है. How many of you feel alkylamines is good? अरे दोनों भी अच्छा है. It's a very neck to neck in the word. Very neck to neck. How many of you feel biology amines is good? मैं पर थोड़ा सी तीसरा लेंगे हाँ. दोनों में रख सकते हैं radar पे. Okay. Both seem to be good. But see that was the whole point of the homework. That once you do your own analysis, then ideally someone asks you that what do you feel A is better or B is better. Then ideally you should be able to make an informed decision. That okay, according to the ratios at least I feel this is better. Right? Otherwise, what happens is that you always have to depend on someone. I always say this on my YouTube videos on Tipendra. One who gives tips, your friend. So instead of depending on your friend who gives tips, there is Tipendra. Now you yourself can tell confidently that okay, liquidity wise I feel this is good, profitability wise I feel this is good or not. Okay. So that was the whole purpose of yesterday's RX or R10 ratios. In that, there was one clarification that I wanted to give. One was debtors turnover ratio that we had taken yesterday, right? No, debtors turnover is same as receivables turnover. Debtor means receivable. So someone asked me yesterday that does it mean that we can't calculate receivables turnover? We can easily calculate. How to calculate? Tell me. Turnover divided by receivables. We can easily find that. It's not a problem at all. But you have to manually calculate that. Okay. And how is the number of days calculated? It is as simple as same two parameters. Receivable in number of days we calculate as receivables divided by turnover multiplied by 365. 365 days. That is how we get receivables in number of days. Are you with me? So if you want to write down how did that number of days come up? Someone asked me after the class yesterday, I thought I should clarify this in the class also. How those number of days? So again, do we need to calculate that or is it ready-made? I mean, it's available ready-made? It's available. But if you were to know, if I was supposed to do that, then it is as simple as receivable divided by turnover into 365. That is the way you can get the number of days. Receivables divided by turnover into 365. Okay. So his question is, if we were to do a quick run through of MGL versus IGL and which one is better? Okay. So if I were to quickly just write it here, everyone, if you can tell me MGL and IGL. It's visible, right? Okay. So MGL versus IGL, if we were to just check quickly. So first tell me all the 10 pointers. First one is so that we go in the same sequence. Inventory turnover, then debtors days, or now receivable days same. FA turnover, current ratio, debt to equity ratio, interest coverage ratio, return on equity, return on capital employed, price to earning ratio. Done, right? Okay. So if I were to talk about all these ratios, now one by one, we can tell for MGL and IGL simultaneously. So inventory turnover for MGL was how much? 40.4, and for IGL 47.2. So here, which company is better than me? IGL is better. Okay, so here it is IGL. So you only tell me if IGL is better, if inventory turnover is better for IGL, in which parameter are they good? In liquidity or in profitability? In liquidity is the correct answer. What do we mean by liquidity? We get the money quickly, right? If we are able to sell and we are able to again churn it. Okay, so there is one angle of liquidity, the other angle could be of profitability also. Okay, here, if you remember, we talked about activity or turnover ratio. Same, you remember that in the notes also it is given activity or turnover. So can I say more and more inventory turnover ratio, more and more activity is happening in the company. More and more activity may lead to higher profitability also if the input costs are low. And if we start to get more and more money out of that, then it will get us more and more liquidity. But essentially, this is more about activity, more and more things happening in the company. Okay, what about debtor days? MGL 22, 19.3. Okay, so again, here, debtor days, is it definitely related to liquidity? Yes, because is it lower the better or higher the better? Lower the better, we are getting money quickly, so it has got to do with liquidity. So you have to again IGL. Next one is fixed asset turnover ratio. Now, for example, for MGL, it could fixed assets could be those gas pipelines that they are laying down. Okay, I told you yesterday, right? They lay down the pipe gas connections. So more and more reach they have in different parts of Mumbai, let us say. Can I say they'll be able to generate more and more revenue? Can I say they might take a decision that if I go to X part of Mumbai, I might generate more revenue versus if I go to Y part of Mumbai? So that is how the management efficiency we can get to know. More and more fixed asset turnover, better it is. We can say that management is more efficient in taking decisions. So tell me, FA turnover ratio, 20, 0.49. Oops, okay. 0.16, 0.60, 0.60. Okay. So here again, IGL. Your numbers are completely different. Way beyond different. 46.7. You got it from money control. You got it from screener. Was it a difference between consolidated and standalone? Possible. It can be consolidated versus standalone. Possible. Analysis still stands same. Final output is same. So if you want, we can just quickly go to. Yesterday we checked on money control, wasn't it? Yes. No, only one or two we went down to screener. No, ulta. क्या बात कर रहे हो? We checked majorly from money control yesterday. So we'll go to money control quickly. See, we can get PA from money control also. That's not a very big thing, but for two ratios we have gone there. Which one? P, I'll tell you why I go to screener. I prefer to go to screener because I am 100% sure that their P changes every single day. Why? Their price changes every day, and I'm sure that screener at least changes P ratio every single day. I have not checked for money control. If anyone is sure, you can tell me about that. If it changes every single day or not. And that is the reason why I had taken you to screener for P ratio especially. Possible, na? See, because if you can remember, if you can visualize that if price is taken for 31st March versus price is taken for today, So it will create a big difference. Okay. So Mahanagar, yes. And now you tell me where do I go? I go to financials, then to ratios. Okay, exactly. First you go to consolidated. Huh? Okay, then there might not be any subsidiaries. Then it will be standalone only. Then the figure should not be way too different. Actually, you remember the difference between standalone and consolidated? Yes, it will be self plus subsidiaries plus associate. That will be consolidated. Standalone will be the company itself. Okay, so one more thing if you want, we can just cross check that. If I click on balance sheet, and here you can see financials, balance sheet is here. And if I click on consolidated, let us check if they have no data available for balance sheet. So what I wanted to check was, have they just not calculated the ratios? Or is it that the balance sheet is also not there? If the balance sheet is only not there, then there's a great chance that they might not have a lot of subsidiaries or associates. That's the reason why they're going ahead with standalone. But again, to get 100% confidence, if you're like even 1% out you have in your mind, how can you download the annual, how can you get the annual report, which is the absolute base document? Annual report. So you can simply say annual report Mahanagar Gas Limited. I'm just showing you this way also, okay? Annual report Mahanagar Gas Limited. Here you can see Mahanagar Gas Limited PDF, correct? So investing in, okay, here, which is this? So 1920, yeah. You might have gotten 21 also, right? Okay, see. So basically, if you know this, on every company's website, own website. So Money Control is a third-party website. Screener is a third-party website. On that company's website, you have to get their annual report. Come with me. Okay? There's a financial tab in that company also, investors tab in that company's website also. But again, if you, because it will be like, we'll have to go to that in 3-4 steps. Instead of that, the simplest way is just Google out. And how do you Google out name of the company? And annual report. Khatam. Only 2 searches. Okay, so name of the company, annual report, you'll get here. So here you can see annual report 2021, download, free of cost, important. Okay. And now if we see here, correct. Inside this report, I'll just zoom in if you want. Now generally what happens is that, number one, because I've seen a lot of annual reports, I can tell you that there's 99.9% chance that there is no subsidiary associated. Why I'll tell you. You open any big company annual report, it will run into 300-400 pages, typically. And this is only 217 pages, half size, number one. Number two, index only. This is the index, right? Corporate overview, there are whatever statutory reports, capital income. And then the actual report starts. Here, in financial statements, what can you see? Only balance sheet, statement of profit and loss, statement of cash flow, notes to accounts. You remember we discussed this? Yes? Do you see consolidated balance sheet, consolidated profit and loss, consolidated? So there is no consolidated version. Now are we damn sure? This is the ultimate way, huh? 100 and over time from here. 101. Okay. I'll just zoom out a little bit maybe. Is this the one you're referring to? Correct? Correct? Correct. Here also you'll get it in black and white. Correct. So I think a very valuable input. So if you see here, there is something known as a director's report. So all the board of directors of the company, they give their own reporting on the company. Okay. And there is also an auditor's report, where a third party checks that and gives their report on the business of the company. So in director's report, if I just go down to business responsibility report, we're responsible for reporting something. So what are they reporting about? General information about the company, and in that, if we're just scrolling down, does the company have any subsidiary company or company's MGL does not have any subsidiary company? This is the final check. Much more confident now? Yes. So you can make Could there be a case where a listed company doesn't have consolidated? Why? They don't have any subsidiary or associate. Simple. That's why they do not have any consolidated financial statements. Is this okay? Yes. So now let's go back to where would we were on ratios, right? Ratios. And in ratios, how many have taken value from here? So you have taken value from here, right? And what was the first one that we have discussed? Let's say inventory turnover. But here for inventory, we have taken it from your inventory turnover. This one. March 21. I'm just checking March 21, 97.12. And here 40.4. Huh? IGL, I'm checking MNG. I mean MGL. So 1 minute. See here, inventory, I'm just showing this to you. Inventory turnover ratio, here you can see 97.12. Yes. And what have we written? Okay, here we have written 40.4. Okay, let me just check quickly on screener. Let us just check. So did you check here? 40.4. Now, I want you to tell me why could there be a difference, such a huge difference. If you remember, for inventory turnover ratio also, every single entity is going to calculate it with a different way. You remember for inventory turnover, do we have to take turnover or do we have to take COGS? COGS, that was cost of goods sold. But if some entity already says, we will take turnover as the base, or if someone says we'll take COGS as the base, or it could be average inventory, it could be closing inventory. Problem is that these websites don't give us the base of calculation. Base of calculation is not given. So that is the reason why we, otherwise I'll tell you what, if you want the most authentic source, download the annual report and calculate. I mean, that is the only authentic way you can get it. Okay. But then again you have to ask yourself whether you have that much time or not. If yes, well, go ahead, why not? If you don't have, then I would suggest stick to one source. So like we did Money Control for 8 out of 10 yesterday, go ahead with the same. Or else if you're sticking to screener, stick to screener for every single analysis. Then it will be screener versus screener only for both. Don't take ratios from screener for A company and Money Control B company. Don't do that. Is this okay? Yes. So what we will do is right now we'll just complete this one and tell me your final answer is changing or not. Okay? So tell me the current ratio. 1.56, 1.23. Again, which company is better now? Now it is MGL. Can I see here in this case they are better off with liquidity? Yes. Debt to equity, tell me. 0.02, 0.0. So technically speaking, this should be disqualified only. Why? Both are good. So no need to say IGL, it's as good as both are good. Next, interest coverage, 128, 157. Which is better? Now who is giving? You two are giving answers, na? Screen only. Which is better? IGL. ROE, 20%. 19.8. Again, I think this should be disqualified. It's almost the same. I mean, no, I can't say, oh my god, this is way too better. 19.8 and 20 is fair now. ROCE? 24. Okay, okay. MG, मान guess. P 12.1. 18.9. They don't tell me which is better. Last 2.34. 4.03. We'll park these aside. Others, those who check from money control, is your final answer same? Or has it differed for some specific parameter? It has. For which parameter? Interest coverage ratio. If you can tell me your figures. 116.87. 115 is around of 115. Okay. So here it's very close, very neck to neck. Again, of course, if you check here, we have written IGL. This is neck to neck. But if you remember, interest coverage ratio above what is good? If I say interest coverage above X has to be good. 2. So I see if it is above 1. Above 1 you can pay. Yes or no? I have profit of 100. I have interest payment of 100. I know this is very neck to neck. But can I still pay? Yes. So that is why he might have said 2. Here how much is it? 128 and 157. It means for 1 rupees of interest payment, they have a profitability of 128. Why do you think it's so high? Check the debt to equity, no? Debt to equity is that hardly have any debt. And that is the reason why their interest coverage is way too better. So again, if you ask me, ideally it should have been dash. None. Both have extremely good interest coverage ratios. Because if you are not rating them on debt, rating them on interest coverage ratio also doesn't make a lot of sense. Agreed? Yes? Any other parameter where there was a difference? No other parameter? So I told you, price, PE, PB both are calculated every day on screener. So that will be more updated. Okay. Now if you ask me, based on only these points, see IGL, and MGL. This we should scrap it off. So can I say it's a very neck to neck thing? I can't make a 100% conviction that okay, MGL is better than IGL or IGL is better than MGL. Difficult for me to do that. That is where IGL was better. Yeah, actually, or I mean, I will write both. So you give 1 point to both, or you just skip out, you give 0 to both. That can also be done. Okay. Now, what is the next step? If you are confused and still you have money to invest in only one, then what could be the next step? Then go to our 10 pointer. Then we can go to our 10 pointer and then we can check that which out of these is better now. Obviously, that's so logical. Or we can directly have a 10 pointer also. Again, if you feel I don't have enough time for duration analysis, then do 10 pointer. I'll directly do the 10 pointer. No problem. Okay, if you want to be more and more sure, go more and more in depth, then both will serve a better purpose. But still, if you do only 10 pointer, that should also be not bad. Okay, so shall we quickly do the 10 pointer for this also together? Yes? Chalo, okay. So open the 10 pointer analysis here, everyone. Okay, now I'll tell you some tips and tricks on screener also. Easy tips and tricks. Okay, so for Mahanatha Gas Limited, first of all, if you want to check whether market capitalization is more than 15,000 crores, you just can give 1 mark, 2 marks, 3 marks, something like that. Say. Okay, where can you see market cap? This is where you can see market cap in the beginning itself. Is it greater than 15,000 crores? No. So what you can do is just write down. So do a column. Market cap, MGL, IGL. Market cap, MGL, IGL. Okay. What is for MGL? 8190. 8190. So we are not going to rate it specifically. Can I say in simple words, MGL is a large cap, mid cap, or small cap? Small cap. MGL is a small cap. Okay. What is the second one? Revenue growth. Whether revenue growth is greater than 10%. Right now. So here, if you, I'm just scrolling down. Okay. I'll just show you slowly. Okay. This is the home page. Okay. I'm just scrolling down. Of course, you can see here also. Let me tell you, you can see one parameter at multiple places. I'm repeating. You can see one parameter at multiple places. हम बोलते हैं ना इंसान आदत का गुलाम होता है. We are used to certain things and we just follow that. So wherever I see, automatically it takes me to that place. Okay. So every single thing generally I see it in this way. First, I just scroll down to P&L. And I even know that here also you can just tap P&L and you can get P&L. I have that habit of scrolling down. I don't know why. Okay. So P&L here you can get. Just scroll down a little bit and here you can see a lot of important figures. No need to calculate growth. How would you have calculated growth this year's growth as compared to previous year's growth and how much percentage it has increased? Correct now? We need to calculate. Not required. Ready-made available. Not only for 1 year. It's available for 3 years also and 10 years also. And then comes TTM. Trailing 12 months. If you remember, I promised you the other day that I'll tell you what is TTM. Trailing 12 months. Okay. So I will tell this to you first. So right now we are in the month of April. So we'll get all the results of last Q4. Q4 is Q4 Jan to March. The problem is that assume we are somewhere in the month of October right now. So how many quarterly results do we have? 2. Only Q till Q2, Q1 and Q2. The question is how do I compare this half year result that I have with the previous full year result? Are you with me? So assume today is 17th of October 2022. 17th of October 2022. For 2022-23, I have only 2 quarters data. Correct? Q1, Q2. Q1 is from what? April to June. And Q2 is July to September. That 2 quarters data I have. And previous year, full year data I have. How to compare? If you say, ma'am, directly compare till March only. So year ended 21 versus year ended 22. Compare that and finish it off. But then can I say if I'm comparing 2022 year ending, we are already 6-7 months ahead in the next year. Are you with me? I'm getting confused. Cheda 12 hours with it. I'm telling you the importance of trailing 12 months first. Assume today is 17th of October 2022 and you want to analyze this year versus previous year. And what do you say? Okay, no problem. I'll compare 31-3-22 with 31-3-21. I have this data with me. Is this comparable? I mean, if you want to compare, you can, but is this old data now? This is very much old data. Yes? Today, assume it is 17th of January 2022. Oh, sorry, 2023. Change. Do I have 31st March 23 data? 31st March 23 data? I don't have. So you'll say, okay, no problem. I'll compare 31/3/22 with 31/3/21. Can I say this is super old data now? Can a lot of things happen in these 9 months in the company? Why not? But I want a 1 year comparison only. So let's take this example and assume that the December ended data is out. Assume that Q3 data is available. Q3 of what? So we call it as Q3 23 because of the financial year. Tell me what is the financial year? 2022-23 will be this financial year. Yes or no? 2022-23. That is why we say Q3 23. Okay. So what can I do? Tell me, is Q3 23 available? Yes. So Q3 2023 available. Can I say Q2 23 is available? Can I say Q1 2023 is available? And can I say Q4 22 is also available? Available. In simple words, latest 4 quarters data. Add up to 1 year only, finally. Any 4 quarterly data I want to add up to 1 year. So instead of taking only financial year comparison, what am I doing? Latest quarterly I'm adding up first. And then I'm checking the TTM. So this is TTM. TTM means what? Trailing means latest. Last available. Which latest available? Latest available 12 months data. No need to count from the month of March. Because that will give me an updated figures. Are you with me? Yes. So if I were to ask you that this TTM is what you can see. This is the addition of which 4 quarters? Latest 4 quarters. This has not got anything to do with only April to March. Is this okay? Earlier when TTM data was not available, I have done such analysis. Go to the company website, download quarterly data, add up each and every figure. You can imagine now, in our example, I would have been downloading 4 PDFs. By the way, you get quarterly data in PDF. Today I'm going to show you where can we get quarterly data from. So download 4 PDFs. Go to every single PDF, take the data, add it up. Okay, now I got TTM sales. But profit? Again go back to the 4 PDFs, write down each and every figure, add it up, then I get TTM profit. Can I say that was a super manual, boring, tiresome job? Now, can I get TTM with 1 click? Sorry. Can I get TTM with 1 single click now? Yes, absolutely. I forgot to turn off my phone to side. Sorry. So if you want to write down in your book, what is TTM? Tell me. Trailing 12 months and which 12 months? Latest 12 months. Recent 12 months, latest 12 months data is TTM data. TTM is trailing. Trailing 12 months. Trailing 12 months. So trailing 12 months ideally. That is my TTM. Okay, so these are latest or last 12 month data. Latest, last, okay, that is okay. Last, immediate. Quarterly results announced. Oh, obviously, so you can't say Jan to Feb or Feb to Jan. No data is announced in Feb. So obviously based on latest quarterly results. Based on latest quarterly results. So right now we are in the month of April. If company, I guess yesterday TCS came up. HDFC Bank आया था ना? HDFC Bank. So if HDFC Bank has given their numbers yesterday, now for them trailing 12 months data will be as good as financial year. It will be same. But if some company has not yet given trailing 12 months, has not declared its Q4 results, then trailing 12 months data will be different. Is this okay? I think it is simple enough. Understood? Yes. Hello. So if you check here, now going back to profit and loss. Now if you see TTM is how much? 3191. I want to answer from you. Is this also 12 months data? Is this also 12 months data? Is this also 12 months data? Yes. In the latest 12 months reported, can I say they have done much better? Yes. Is this okay? So here, which growth have they mentioned? They have given about the TTM growth. And here you can see it's a jump from almost 2,000 to 3,000. And that is the reason why we can see 50% growth. Can I say that is also very good? Absolutely yes. Why not? Till then you can see it was pretty much sluggish here and there, a little bit downward also. This one is a very good one. So can you give a 1 mark for MGL here? Yes. So write down tick. And it's almost 50. You can write down now TTM. TTM growth we checked 50%. TTM growth is 50%. Acha. If otherwise, if you would have counted March 20 versus March 21, it would have been a degrowth, huh? Here it was a degrowth actually. But if I'm comparing 21, that TTM with this TTM, then it is showing a fantastic growth. Okay? But do you feel logically should be comparing 2021 for final analysis, or should we be taking TTM growth? It's a latest data available to me, na? So why not take TTM? Is this okay? Yes. So TTM data you have taken, growth is how much? Growth is 50%. Tell me for profit. Profit our bare minimum was what? At least 5%. And here how much is TTM growth? 18%. 18% TTM growth. What is the next one? ROE. Here you can see ROE also. In same one line you can see all data. ROE 20%. ROE 20%. Stock price. This year was pretty bad for all the natural gas companies. They have not performed at all. At all. They have done very badly. So, okay, no worries. What is the next one? ROCE, right? I'm just going on the top. And here you can see how much is ROCE. 26.6. So yes, one number again. Debt to equity we already know. It's less than 2. So you can directly give 1 mark. Current ratio 1.56. So is it definitely greater than 1.5? Our benchmark? Yes. Again you can give 1 mark. Now for cash flows, I'm just clicking on cash flow. Do they have a positive cash flow at least? Yes. From operating. Correct. That's what we're checking, right? Positive operating cash flow. Then next one is, oh yes, even yesterday we were, even at the cash from operating activities, na? And then we were trying to do the screener. That time we were not able to get it. So I also checked yesterday what happened. Sometimes technology and our logic doesn't fit in. I'll tell you what happened. It's a super silly thing that happened yesterday. FA 2.0. And I'll tell you, technology, amazing thing. What did we try to search yesterday? So and, correct na? And operating cash flows. Operating cash flows. Right? If you remember yesterday, it showed operating cash flow 3 years, 5 years, and then like, oh my god, it's not coming up. And I was like, but how did I put it in the filter? It means I was able to find that. And then if you just remember what is the exact word which was given right now, cash from operating activities. So instead of operating cash, so your cash from, see, cash from operations first. So sometimes technology I was typing operating cash from cash from operating activities, not okay. So operating cash from operations last year, and we said that should be at least positive. So I'll just click this, and what will I say? Greater than 0. And if I run this query now, cash from operations last year, नहीं आउटलुक आता तिथे काहीतरी झालं बरं 1% and cash flow नाही. So technology, yes. See, we've now gotten only 29 companies. Yesterday we got more companies, I guess. Now, but 29 is so maybe just all these good companies, they might be having a positive cash flow only, possible. Okay, so remember this, I've also typed it in our notes. It's exactly, you have to type it the exact same way. Cash from operating last year, same, no other choice. Okay, so yesterday's both problems solved. One was about debtor turnover ratio. As I mentioned, you can calculate that also. Or possibility number 2, I've also told you how to calculate this days receivable by turnover into 365. But it's very available. And second, I was not able to trace this out. It's not operating cash flow, cash from operations last year. You will get it. Okay, chalo. So with this, going back to our discussion, where were we right now? Free cash flows. So what was the point? Free cash flow has to be greater than free cash flow preceding year. So here you can see free cash flow is 466. Okay, and I don't know if you can get here free cash flow preceding year. You see here free cash flow preceding year, and it is 559. Come here. So free cash flow of the preceding year that was higher than the latest free cash flow. So no mark here. Okay. FII holding, for FII holding, you said it's greater than 10%, and here what do you do? Investors tab. You can see here investors tab. You can just manually go on scrolling down. How much is it? 25.32% latest. Is it greater than 10? Yes, but wait. Try to see the trend. I'll wait for a minute. Try to see the trend. FII data. Agreed. So what is he saying? If you have been following the markets very closely, this is December ended data, right? December ended data, and even in the Q4 also, FIIs were to continue selling spree. So ideally, this data, falling trend for FIIs, you should be ideally being seen in almost all the major companies. Yes. I'll tell you again, 80 to 90% cases. If FIIs are decreasing, DIIs are increasing. If FIIs are increasing, DIIs are increasing. Why? Because see, if FIIs are selling thousands and thousands of crores, do you think retail individual investors have the power and capacity to absorb all? It will be DIIs majorly getting it, and some part of RIIs, retail individual investors. Okay, so here, what has happened, tell me, has the holding gone down? Yes, everyone? So gone down, but still is it greater than 10%? Yes, it is. So are we done with the basic 10 pointer? Out of 10 points, how many points did you get? What is the scorecard? How many points out of 10? 9 out of 10? 9 out of 10 for another guess? Yes. Shall we check for IGM? Okay, now quickly write down. Market cap, 27,293. Now this is a mid cap. IGM is a mid cap. Revenue growth, now we'll go down. TTM. True. Small cap being of a higher price and mid cap being of a lower price. Agree. TTM sales growth, tell me, 39%. So now simultaneously what you should also compare with MGL, because we are saying either this or that. Okay, so 39. Compounded sales growth, TTM 33. So acha, if you are rating a company, ideally don't rate on market cap. Why? Because it's your choice whether you want to invest in a small cap or mid cap or large cap. Just because it's a small cap, it gets a low rating, and just because it's a large cap, it gets a high rating, doesn't make sense. Do you agree with me? Yes. But if you're talking about TTM sales growth and TTM profit growth, who has scored a point? TTM sales growth, which one is better? MGL. TTM profit growth, who is better? IGL. Is that so? Yes, everyone? What is the next one? ROE. Here it is 20%. Exactly the same? Okay. Let's check ROCE, 24% for IGL. MGL wins. 26,000. Again, is written on the figures now. Yes, so say yes or no loudly now. I am not written on the figures. 26.6. Okay. Debt to equity, we can ignore if you remember. Then current ratio. Current ratio 1.23. That was 1.56. Who wins? MGL. Next one. Cash flow from operations. Is it positive or not? So let's check. 1546. But what was the figure for operating? Have you written that down? 806. Here the cash flow from operating is a little bit better. Okay, but both positive, of course. Just give us same marks. Both are positive, right? So, of course, operating cash flows have to be positive. Remember yesterday's discussion, right? Have to be positive. Next one is free cash flow of current year versus previous year. Let's check that as well. Free cash flow 663, and this year, 398. So same old story here also. I'll tell you about what is the story for preceding year. They say last year and preceding year. Okay, so if you are saying preceding, so last year is like immediate last year. So you can say this year is like last year and preceding year is uska pehle ka. So if I'm saying this is preceding previous annual year, like matlab preceding year, na? FCF preceding year. This is the same thing. Preceding year writing previous. So this year is how much? Acha, we took it the other way around. Okay, got it. My bad. This is the immediate last one. 663 and 398. Was it opposite for noted. So I'll tell you one more thing. In screener they mentioned last and previous. In English we'll say these are like synonyms. Last, previous. But last is like immediate, and previous is like uske pehle wala. This is unnecessarily confusing. See, finally again, third-party websites. We don't have a very major control over that. I can surely tell them. But otherwise, this is one terminology where we may get confused. Last and preceding, previous one. Okay. Okay. Oh, really? So we have to blame the technology in that case. हमारी English में क्या? Okay, but I think he is the one who is a better judge here in software, right, for quite a long time. Yes, that is why he has told the logic behind that as well. In coding, this is the logic which has to be used. Last and previous.